Hello campers, this is Nate from Christie's RV. Today we're going to be going through this 2019 377 RLBH North Point by Jayco. Start up at the front of the unit. Just underneath the nose cone, you'll see two switches. The first one on the left will be for the LED strip just underneath the hitch. And then the other one right beside it will be an LED strip right across the top of the nose cone. At the front of the unit, you have your storage. On the left here, this unit is prepped for a generator. So you can buy a generator that just goes into this hole and plugs right in. Just beside your storage slash generator hole is where you would have your batteries. This unit comes with one battery already on it, and you could fit about 4 right in there. And then there's a nice top shelf to store tools, fuel that you don't want to store inside of your unit. We'll continue down the driver's side of the RV. First compartment you have here is for your two 40-pound propane bottles. These bottles do have a crossover regulator on them. So whatever way the regulator is pointed, that's the bottle it's going to draw on. If both bottles are on, it will draw the one bottle it's pointing at until it's empty. Then it'll automatically start drawing from the other bottle, so your furnace or your fridge, if you lit on gas, won't shut off at all. Just beside your bottles here, you have your auto leveling system. So to turn it on, you just press the up and down button at the same time. Once you have it on, you can use the up and down for the front jacks. If you want to level your unit, you just hit auto level. You want to make sure there's no one in the unit moving around, or you're not shaking the unit while it's trying to level. And then it'll level the system for you and then beep so you know your system's level. Continuing down the driver's side, we have another compartment. This is where your water docking station is going to be. So up top here, you have your faucets, just like an outdoor shower with a quick connect. I'll show you how the quick connect connects on the other side, because there's another port for it. Just beside that, you have your switch for your water pump. So you can run your water pump while you're outside, so you don't have to go inside and flick the switch on. Just below all that, you have all your valves. It would be really hard to explain, so they put them up here. So if you're camping city, you would just turn your white that way and then just match all the colors. Just underneath all the valves, the one on the right, the white one will be your city water connection. So if you have somewhere with pressurized water, this is where you would hook up a garden hose to pressurize your system. The black one beside it is to flush out your black tank. So you want to just empty all your sewage, and then you could connect a garden hose here. You just want to make sure you still have your valve pulled open on your black tank, and that will flush out your tank. There's sprayers inside that'll spray and clean your tank out for you. Just below that, you have the hookup for your solar panel. So if you have a solar panel, you can hook it up here, and it's already wired to the battery terminals. So it will charge the batteries straight from here. Just below the solar hookup, you have your two valves for your sewage. The black one here will be for your toilets, and then the gray one will be your sinks and your shower. Talking about your sewage, we'll just jump over here. This is your sewage outlet. So you just want to make sure you have this valve pulled, and it'll allow your sewage to come through. This RV does have a Sanicon system. So the system, you want to have this valve closed, and you can see one at the very back. You want to just have that open to use your Sanicon system. And what that is it's this motor here. It will chew up anything, sewage, coming from your black tank or your gray tank, and it'll chew it up and then allow you to pump it uphill if you have to. I'll show you the hose to do that when we get towards the back of the RV. Just jumping over here quick, you have the back of your hot water heater. Before you ever pull your plug on your hot water heater, you want to make sure you let the pressure off. So you can do that by opening the pressure relief valve, or you can let the pressure off by going inside the RV and opening up the hot tap. Just above that is your furnace exhaust. You just want to make sure if you put anything in it to keep critters out, you pull that out at the beginning of the year before you light up your furnace. Coming down the driver's side towards the axles, you have the back of the fridge. There's not much maintenance with the fridge. I would just open it up once a year and just make sure nothing made a nest in there. Maybe spray it out with some canned air. Coming towards the back of the RV, we have the Sanicon system I was talking about. So for the Sanicon system, I'll jump back over to the valves. For the Sanicon system, you want to make sure the front valve is closed and the valve in the back is pulled open to allow your sewage to come to the pump. At that point, you would come to the back of your RV, pull out the hose. You could either screw it into a honey wagon, or like I say, if you have to go uphill, this will pump uphill. Once you have that secure, you can just flip this switch for the system and it will chew up all your sewage and pump it out for you. This unit is prepped with a backup camera already. We will show you how to hook it up. You put the monitor inside your vehicle and then it allows you to monitor the back of your RV while you're going down the road or backing up. At the back of the passenger side, you have 1 or 2 barbecues outside. These barbecues connect to the propane with just quick connect hoses. So you want to connect the one to the valve of the barbecue, then the back one to the RV, and then you just want to make sure you turn the valve on. And this barbecue just lights with a barbecue lighter. Coming down the front of the RV here, you have your spray port. So this is the hose that was missing in the outdoor water compartment. So you would just, to do the quick connect, you just push it in and then you can use it just like a garden hose. Just below that spray port, you have your outdoor speakers. Inside the compartment beside your spray port, you have your outdoor kitchen, which has a mini fridge that runs off 110. Just like a little household fridge. You have your second barbecue that also gets connected with the quick connects, and then you connect to your RV and turn the valve on. To light this barbecue, you just take the dial and flick it to the left and you hear a click. You just do it till it lights and then you can pick your temperature. And then just inside the compartment, you have a switch for your light. Coming to the front compartment of the passenger side, this is where the bag is for your central vac. To get to your bag and filter, you just put your finger in the hole on top, pull down, and then you can replace your bag and your filter. Also inside this compartment, you have the crank for your slide on the passenger side. So if that slide is not working, this is the crank you can use to put it in. And just beside that, you have your tire gauge. Also, if you ever run any wires into this compartment, like you see here, there's a hookup for a TV. There's a nice port at the bottom of the floor that you can run your wires through. The last front compartment is for the third bottle. Usually this is for if you have a generator on board, but this will just work as extra propane. And let's head inside. So first thing you notice when you come inside the RV, you have your monitor panel. Everything is labeled on this monitor panel. All the buttons on the bottom will be for your slides. The middle row of lights are all labeled, but they are your lights for your island, underneath all your cabinets, and then your ceiling lights. Up at the top you have these 3 red switches here. The one on the far left will be for your water pump, so if you're hauling water with you and you would like to use it, you just flick that switch on and you can use your sink and shower like normal. The 2 beside it is your electric hot water heater and your gas hot water heater. So if you want your hot water, you just flick those on, take roughly a half hour, and then you could use your shower or your sinks. So for the slides, you want to just find the button, push it down, and you just want to hold it until the slide goes all the way out. You'll hear the motors max out at the end. That's perfectly normal. You just want to hold it until you hear the motors stop running. Coming around the corner here, you have your thermostat. This is going to be for your air conditioner and your furnace. So to set it to air conditioner, you would just click it till it says cool, and then you can click up and down for your temperature. You click it again, it will go to heat. You want to just go heat gas, and then your furnace will kick on. Just underneath that you have your switches for your fan, which is up top. So to open up your fan, you would click vent open. Once your vent is all the way open, then you can click fan on, which it has 4 settings. And then to close your vent, you would just click vent close and it will close itself. Coming over to your fridge, to turn your fridge on, you hit the switch that's on the far left. And then once your fridge is on, the one on the right, you can go through the settings. Try to get the right light. So the one that's lit up there at top will be just 110. When the water droplet's lit, that would be your liquid propane. And then the one with the water droplet and the power cord will be on auto. So auto means if your RV is plugged in, your fridge will run off 110. If your RV ever gets unplugged, it will automatically switch itself over to gas, and then if your power comes back, it will switch back to 110 again. Just beside your fridge, you have your microwave. Works like any household microwave. Just below your microwave, you have your range hood. To light your stovetop, you just want to push the button down of the one you want to light and then hit the sparker. It'll light, and then you can pick which setting you would like it at. To light the oven, you just take the dial, switch it to the flame, push it in. It'll light the pilot for you, and then you can pick your temperature and do your cooking. Just on the side beside your stove here, you have a light for inside your pantry. Just beside your pantry, you have your entertainment center. Down below, you have your electric fireplace. The button on the right, far right, will be the on-off button. The one just beside it will be a timer, so you can set it to only run for a half hour for when you're going to bed, so it's warm, and then it'll shut itself off. The one beside that is your light setting to dim it. And then the one on the far left will be your temperature from high to low. To pop your TV up, there's a handle on the right here. You just give that a push, and your TV will pop up like magic. To get your TV back down, you just put your hand on top and give it a good push, and it just sits itself back down. This RV has rear living, so you have your big couch in the back, and then your 2 recliners. To use the settings on the recliners, you just want to make sure you have the lock off, and then you can use the light, the two in towards the middle there to open and close the footrest, and then you have massage and heat. Coming down beside the fridge, you have your little bunk room here. Just above your couch, you have your bunk. You can set this bunk up. You just push it up, and then it latches itself. This room also, you can set up a table. So to set up the table, you take these two legs, put them in the ground, and then you can take the top and then you can set it up so you can have dinner. Just beside your desk here, you have a 110 outlet and an outlet where you can plug in your phone or your computer. Just going up the hallway here, you have ports for your vac system. So the one on the right, you can just flip up and it will kick on, and you can just sweep all your dirt that you're sweeping into it. The one beside it is where you would connect the hose to use the vacuum. Coming up the hallway here, you have a nice loft. In this loft, you can hook up a TV. So this is where you would hook up your cable, plug it in, and it does have a sticker on the wall where you can mount your TV to the wall. There's a plywood plate in the wall which will withstand the weight of your TV. Coming into your bathroom, you have the same fan that you have in your kitchen. You have your open vent, closed vent, your settings for your fan, and then your fan off. Coming into your bedroom here, you have another thermostat, which will be for a separate AC. So you can set it to cool, and then you can set which temperature you would like it at. Just below that, you have your switch for your slide for the bed. And for the whole vac system, all the hoses and connections are stored in this blue bag up underneath your bed, and then just beside it are the extra chairs. Coming into the master closet here, it does have a sensor so the lights will turn on automatically, and then you have a hookup for your washer and dryer. And I think that's about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us at Christie's RV. Thank you.